I feel like talking today, so that's what we're gonna do. No, but seriously, I don't know why I've just been feeling like called to, or just really feeling like I wanted to make this video and share what's been on my heart. I sound like in church when you're doing your testimony. And God said, no, I'm playing. But today I really want to talk about self-care, and not self-care in the way of those videos that are like becoming that girl, spend your money, get luxury. I see self-care a lot of times being used synonymously with like luxury and I'm bougie, I'm expensive, and if self-care is that to you, that's okay. But I think for a lot of us, it's like we need to redefine what self-care is, because if you're using other people's models and standards of what self-care should look like, you're gonna be forever stuck feeling like you're not really taking care of yourself. So first I want to talk about what self-care is to me. Obviously just taking care of myself, but I think of self-care as kind of like a three-part machine that all work together for the betterment of myself. I have spiritual, physical, and emotional, obviously, and they all work together. So for the first major part of self-care that I like to talk about, I like to think about a lot, and possibly the most important one for some people, is my spiritual self-care. The spiritual aspect of self-care is doing what I want to do, but it also encouraging myself to be my best self and speaking life into and over that best self. So a lot of that is encouraging myself. Ways that I do that are through the affirmation app that I use. Ping, ping. I posted this on Instagram before, and like I promise y'all, this affirmation app be coming through for me. I put my mama on, I try to put my friends on. I'm telling the world about it. And like I promise you, I could be on Mars with no Wi-Fi whatsoever, and that affirmation still gonna come through as if I have full service. Like, you got this. And I'm like, wow, that was right on time. Another thing that I love to do is scripting and speaking life over my goals. If you all do not know what scripting is, it is essentially like, I'm going to say manifesting, but if like spirituality is not your thing, or if you're not into that, regardless of your religion, because religion and spirituality can be two different things, but that's another subject. Scripting is essentially writing down your prayers and your goals as if they have already happened. And when I say script, you are writing a movie script of what your life looks like because you achieved a goal that you had. So when I script, I go in there, I start off, I write gratitude. I go in, I write a date. This date can be in the future as far as you want. It can be tomorrow, it can be in the present, whatever you want to do. You are just going to make sure that you get the thought and the feeling of that goal being achieved onto paper. Like for me, I know the exact type of place that I want to live in, like many of us do. So of course, when I'm scripting, I'm writing out this house and describing it to a T. I'm writing down my floor color. I'm writing down the kitchen products that I'll have. What it's gonna look like when I wake up in the morning. I try to do this in the morning time, and sometimes at night too. I like to put on some like meditation music. And it just helps you feel so grounded and like so in alignment with your goals. Another thing I like to do is set my goals as if I have already achieved them, because when you look back at it, you did do it. I'm not saying I want anymore. We're not saying we want. We are saying we will. Like this year, I have really learned how to change my way of thinking in so many aspects of my life. I'm literally trying to eliminate want from my vocabulary. From now on, it is will, and it will be done. The second aspect of self-care that is super important is your emotional self-care. For me, this is the doing the work part. Doing the work is not that fun, but like sometimes self-care is not always gonna be fun. That's why I'm saying we cannot go around just looking at these people like, put a face mask on and you gonna be good, because that is not true. You can put that face mask on and you still gonna be feeling desolate inside because you did not address the real issue, and you did not take the time to care for yourself how you really needed to in that moment. Like I said, emotional self-care is really, really doing the work, taking the time to go deeper, to figure out what's up with you, friend? like to look in the mirror sometimes, like, what's up with you? And for everyone, this can look different. I know we all have like different levels of resources and what we have accessibility to. And so I like to do a couple of different things when it comes to emotional self-care. Obviously, the easy answer is therapy, but I know like therapy is not that accessible to everyone. But some options that I like to do if you are thinking about therapy is like going to your university. If you are in school, they usually have a therapy center and they offer like a discounted rate compared to what would be the normal prices if you were to go to a normal therapist. There's also a bunch of online therapy groups. There's also a bunch of online therapy resources now where you can speak direct face to face with a live person. It ain't a chat, okay? It's not a chat, but this person can really figure out what your needs are, what your wants are, and they can help you break down what the problem is, because we need that. Another thing that isn't therapy but is pretty dang close are self-help books like this one I have here, Set Boundaries, Find Peace. Thanks to my mama for getting this for me. My mom got me that, this book. And this book, it isn't just like read, it's like stop, take notes, analyze, figure it out, see what's going on with you. Take that time to examine the patterns that you previously had and figure out how we can change those patterns and rework them into something that helps us out and that works for us. If you like the hip version of therapy, also I have some favorite Instagram accounts that I like to follow, and obviously it's not the same as talking to a therapist face to face and getting personal with your questions, but they often post things that I find to be helpful that can cause me to go deeper into some introspective moments and have me be like, ooh, I ain't think about that. Another easy way to do emotional self-care is just to rest or lean into certain emotions. Like, I'm so tired of everyone trying to be like hard body. Like, I'm thinking about the video that I posted, obviously, when I was crying and stuff, and people were commenting like, why you crying? And I'm like, you can allow yourself to feel for a moment. Me personally, I'm gonna get a good cry out. I don't care if I look at myself and I say, Kennedy, you got 2 minutes to cry, and then after that, pack it up, it's done, you good. That 2 minutes is what I need. I personally refuse to be a person that is sitting up here locked and bound by my emotions just to blow up at someone later on, because I'm not doing the emotional work to take care of myself and end up taking it out on other people. The final aspect of self-care that I like to highlight is the physical aspect. And like I said, the physical aspect of self-care is not everything. That's why I mentioned the first two ahead of this one. But the physical aspect is just as important. I started to notice that my self-esteem was becoming directly tied to my self-care. And I'm not saying it in like a vain way, like I need to be bomb 24/7. But it was just like, did you put lotion on today? Are you feeling good about yourself? What's going on here? And I remember being in the shower one time earlier this year, and like, all my people know when you're going to see your boo and you take like that good shower, that extra special shower. Like, obviously we take your other showers, you getting clean, but like, speaking for my women know you taking your good shower, you exfoliating, you putting on your smell goods, you singing a long song while you doing it. And I was like, why am I putting in this work for someone else? Like, why am I not just doing this work for myself because I relish and care for my own body? I was like, why am I putting in this work? Why am I putting in this work for someone who may not even notice it, when I can take this same energy and channel it into a normal routine? Like, why does self-care have to be a special experience? And that's kind of what I'm saying by like the whole point of this video. Nothing about this should be special. Like, these are practices that we should be instituting and incorporating into our daily routine. So sometime in this year, I decided that like, I am going to make that into a routine. I was like, I'm gonna do the exfoliation, all that, minimum 3 times a week. I'm not being ashy. I'm not being ashy this year. I was like, I'm not being ashy this year. And I remember like just walking around town or seeing women on social media who like consistently keep themselves up. And I remember saying, I wish I could be that girl. And then I literally stopped myself and was like, you literally can. From that point on, I decided I am gonna be that person that like prioritizes their physical being, their physical state. Yes, I'm going to see Esme monthly for my pedicure, period. Yes, I'm getting my nails done every month, every couple weeks. Yes, I'm getting my lashes done. Yes, I'm getting my eyebrows done, because these are things that make me feel good. Again, self-care is for you. I'm not doing any of these things because other people like to see them. I mean, if y'all think I'm cute, that's thanks, y'all. But I was ultimately doing them because of how they make me feel. And again, this does not have to be a luxurious experience, but also, what do you define as a luxury? Some people define luxury as money, while other people define it as time. Like, to me, if I have the time to take a long shower, we shouldn't be taking long showers, save the environment, y'all. But if I have the time to sit there and get my lashes done, or I have the time to go out and try a new perfume, that's what I like to do. And my favorite ways of showing myself love through my physical body are through fragrances and really skincare. Like, that's been my jam lately. I love spoiling myself, but I love spoiling myself within reason and also with accountability. Y'all see my budgeting video. If you haven't, it's up there. But I give myself a budget for this, because part of taking care of my physical self also is making sure that I have a place to stay and food to eat. I'm not about to go bankrupt trying to keep up with that girl trends, okay? I am gonna make sure that I feel good, smell good, think about myself well, all of that, but not at the expense of self-care in any other category. Just on my mind to share that with anyone who may have needed it. If you didn't need it, leave it here. If you did need it, take something with you. Tell me what your favorite part of the video was, and even what your favorite self-care routine is, whether it be spiritual, emotional, or physical. Let me know some of your favorite products in the comments as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.